Good morning, my friends. It is June the 5th, 2023. Little did I know, a little over a month ago, when I was shooting the videos that will show up next from April the 29th, little did I know that it was going to be my last day on the trail after 1,085 miles. Maybe my last days on the trail for this entire year, but my goal is to be back on the trail by July 1st. It is June the 5th now. So as you watch these next videos, you'll hear me talking about my knees. I had just gotten two cortisone shots in my knees, and I had an active infection in my foot. Little did I know that getting the injections in my knees was going to lead to an infection in my foot, which ended up being MRSA. Basically, the injections in my knees, the steroids, suppressed my immune system, and basically the infection in my foot was going to be fed by the steroids, and now I had antibiotic resistant MRSA in my foot that was going to start eating my foot. And by the very next day after I shot these videos, I was rushed to the emergency room in Chambersburg. I believe that was on April the 30th. And by the very next day, I was going to have my first of two surgeries to try to save my foot. Luckily, the infection got down to my bone, but did not get into my bone. It would have been, my surgeon said, probably less than 24 hours. This is beautiful back here. Just wanted you guys to see. There's a creek back behind me. But anyway, my surgeon said that it was probably less than a day from being in the bone in my foot, and worse was going to be going up the ductwork in the back of my leg where the Achilles tendon's ductwork comes down. So I was very lucky to be able to save my foot. But the surgeon told me that the biggest mistake was the orthopedic doctor gave me 2 steroid shots the Wednesday before, and that's a big no-no. Not a big sue happy person. Probably gonna let that doctor know that what he did could have cost me my foot and possibly my leg. So anyway, the videos are actually there's going to be some videos of my last day on the trail, which was April the 29th. And then there's going to be a lot of really nasty, gross, zombie foot pictures of what actually happened to my foot. So after the last video on April the 29th, if you have a weak stomach, you probably won't want to watch the rest of the video. I had some amazing care at Chambersburg Wellspan Hospital. Met some amazing people. They took care of me like I was family. And then I was sent to Select Hospital in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And they again treated me like family. There was only one person at Wellspan that was a little cranky. Well, very cranky, and you'll see the video of me telling her basically that I was going to pray for her because she was absolutely a miserable person. She came into my room at Wellspan to transport me. I asked her how she was doing. She said miserable because now she had to work an extra couple hours to take me to Harrisburg. So as I was leaving the hospital, going down the hall on the stretcher, which I really hated, I had 2 nurses stop to give me a hug. And when they asked her to stop, she visibly grunted in disgust that she had to stop. So those nurses had my back, and she was reported to her superiors. But other than that, I have had amazing care in both hospitals. Every person, from the people who clean the bathrooms all the way to the doctors and the surgeon who saved my foot, they all worked as a team to save my foot and my leg at that point. So you'll see some pretty disgusting videos, not videos, but pictures going forward. You'll first see what it looked like on Wednesday before I was rushed to the emergency room when I went to the orthopedic doctor to get injections in my knees. He put me on a antibiotic, so there's no excuse. He knew I had an active infection in my body. So you're gonna see that. And then to the Sunday on April the 30th, when I was rushed to the emergency room. And then the next pictures after that get pretty gross. So if you have a strong stomach, you can see exactly what I went through. Now it is June the 5th. I'm just waiting for some skin to grow back over the wound. I was on a wound vac for 30 days, and it's amazing what those do. You can see the difference from how deep the wound was to the wound vac brought it up to the level to where I can get a new layer of skin. So I am in great hands here, great people around me. You all have a good day. Again, I would not watch the end of this video if you have a weak stomach. Take care. God bless all the people who have stepped up to help me, from the trail angels to all the doctors, nurses, and staff at both WellSpan Hospital here in Chambersburg and the staff at Select Hospital in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Take care. I love you all. Saturday, April 29th. Got me a couple new knees. Got 2 new injections. My foot infection's getting better. We just had a friend of Surefoot's dad pick us up at the hotel, brought us up here. We're gonna do a 15 today and then about a 20 tomorrow, I think, into Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. We're just leaving Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. I came walking across that bridge a couple days ago in so much pain. And looking forward to trying out these new knees, but so far they feel really good. So hello cars. So here we go into the wild, back on the Appalachian Trail. I think we're just 2 days away from the halfway point. Almost 1,100 miles. Here we go. Snoring and non-snoring shelters. Pretty cool. Well, let me get my stake dropped here. Deer Lick Shelters. Nobody in that one. I think Surefoot's talking to somebody over there. Well, we are in Pennsylvania, aka Rocksylvania, but we've heard rumors Pennsylvania's not all rocky. It's really only like the last third of the state. Let me tell you, coming out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, we've had this kind of trail for the first 4 miles today. A few rocks here and there, but man, what a great trail. We've heard the 15 miles coming out of Waynesboro is really kind of a cakewalk. Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, that is. There's also a Waynesboro, Virginia. So, but anyway, we're supposed to have some rain today, but so far it's holding off. A few sprinkles here and there. A lot of rain yesterday, but we didn't hike yesterday because it had hypothermia conditions written all over it. Plus my infected foot, and it gave me an extra day to rest my knees after my cortisone shot a few days ago. Cortisone shots, got one in each knee. They're doing amazing. Not 100%, but 92.9%. But if I remember right, the last time I got my cortisone shots in February at Hot Springs or in Asheville, it took a few days for them to fully kick in. But no shooting pains today. Baby in my foot, it's getting much better. But anyway, here's the report on Pennsylvania. It's not all rocky. I can take this stuff all day long, but they say the last third of the state is pretty nasty. So I think there's about 250 miles or something like that of Pennsylvania. So we'll find out soon. Y'all have a good day. How high is the water, Papa? 3 feet high and rising. If you know Johnny Cash, you'll know that song. Water's running today. Had a lot of rain yesterday. It was cold and windy and rainy. So we did what any smart hiker would do. We got off the trail. I've not seen water running like this on the Appalachian Trail in a long time. Absolutely beautiful. 2 new bridges to go across here. There's your double white blaze. The top one is the direction you're going to turn. So when you see 2, it usually means there's a turn in the trail. And the top one will be slanted to the direction you are going to turn. They're not all that way. Sometimes they got 2 right on top of each other. So this one comes up here, tells you we're going to turn right again. Because the one on the top is turned to the right. And then you just follow the next white blaze. And if you don't see any white blazes, you get your far out app out, and it will tell you if you're on the trail or not. There's another double over there to the left, so we're going to turn left. Hiking the trail these days is a walk in the park compared to what they did back in the early days of the Appalachian Trail. You know, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And then they discovered the internet. I think Al Gore did. LOL. Not to be political, but I just think it was funny. And that made it a lot easier. Then they discovered ultralight backpacking gear, because people hiked out here before, you know, the 2000s. Were out here with 50, 60, 70 pounds strapped to their back or more. And those are the true pioneers. Although walking 2,198, even with all the technology and all the ultralight gear, I don't care if you did it with 0 weight on your back. It's quite an accomplishment, even in 2023. I think 3,000 or 4,000 people a year attempt this trail, and less than 25% finish the trail. And it's my goal to be one of the 25% that make it. And so far so good. If I can keep my knees healthy, keep from losing my foot from an infection, I think I'm gonna be okay. We got water to fill up here. Looks like Surefoot's already up there. That's what it's all about, folks. Hikers, please enjoy a snack. Have a safe journey. Ty Bonster, please don't take my bag. I'll be back for it later today. Now that's what it's all about. Little trail magic. Out here, probably a half mile from a road. So he knows anybody getting it out here is probably a hiker. There you go. I got cheddar goldfish. Not hiking.
A little bit on the yeah, so he's doing good.
Right behind you.
Good work.
Hey, take care.
Let me make sure. All right, here's the wound back doing its thing. She's gonna suck it out. You may hear me scream like a little sissy head in it. She said it's gonna hurt a little bit. Sucks all the air out. So far, so good. Yes, I feel it. Oh, is it done?
That's where it'll be. I'm gonna wrap you up.
All right, I'm gonna set this off so I can scream.
So how long until you get to go back on the trail?
I'm a walking zombie. Yum, yum. For those of you with a foot fetish, this may cure you.
just the way you're laying. Oh, yeah.
I'm a pretty flexible guy.
Yeah, my hips don't bend me up.
He said that would give me a cramp the way you got your leg. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Over a week after surgery.
So then does that, just so I know to get when I get.
Freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. They have the wound back off temporarily. So the surgeon said I can walk on it without the wound vac. So now we're getting clarification of when the wound vac goes back on, can I wear this? Because I think she's worried about the suction, loosen suction. And I'm not sure there's going to be room in the side of that shoe for the wound vac. So you better believe while I have the wound vac off, while we wait to transport me to Harrisburg to Select Rehabilitation Center, I'm going to walk some laps. This is the first time I have had weight on that foot in 2 weeks. My calf muscle is looking very puny. So I'm excited to be able to put some weight on it. I got at least one hiking shoe back on. So here's the mountains that I've been climbing right here in the hallway at Chambersburg Hospital.
We have to go through. I know there's a set of elevators somewhere, like through the ER. Let's see. Yeah.
Amy, I'm going to say a prayer for you tonight because you've obviously got something going on in your life that's made you an angry person.
I've always been an angry person.
I've been in that hospital for 2 weeks, and from the people who clean the toilets to the people, the doctors and the surgeons, I have had nothing but wonderful people take care of me.
That's good.
And you come in and just in about 10 seconds, it just makes me sad that you are that way.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's,
thank you for telling me that. She said 5, right? Okay. Well, I guess when you get something that costs a lot of money, it's bound to take a crap on you. I'm gonna let you get that. Okay, take your feet, go like this. Perfect. Ready? I don't think I've ever been here. Oh, this is my 3rd time here. And I don't really know where anything is here. So we'll play the
said my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Look who's watching. Or I should say, look who's walking normal. Already got busted by physical therapy once. But it absolutely does not hurt at all. The surgeon told me the only reason she didn't want me on it was because... Hi there.
Hi.
Surgeon didn't want me on it because she was afraid the wound vac seal would break. But if it breaks, it will alert, and then they can come and fix it, and then I'll learn my lesson and never do it again. But until then, I'm gonna walk. And I am walking pretty much normal without limping at all. So that makes me very happy. Look who's walking normal. That's the physical therapist that busted me earlier. I'll tell you that story.
Hi, can you put me through to the blood bank? Thank you so much.
Look who's walking normal. I just have to have the walker for appearance. And if I see the physical therapist, I have to act like I'm not putting any weight on my foot. But I had a long conversation with my surgeon before I left the hospital, actually just a few days after surgery. And she told me the only reason she didn't want me to put weight on that foot was because of the wound vac could possibly lose its seal. But if I didn't have the wound vac on, she told me I could put the full weight on my foot. So my thinking is, I'm in the hospital, in the rehab center, after 2 weeks in the hospital. And so what if the vacuum seal breaks? It starts beeping. And then I'll just have them get the suction back on it and then maybe not put quite as much weight on it next time. But this is what freedom feels like, because I can put all the weight on that foot and it does not hurt at all. We'll see how it feels tomorrow. But as of now, it feels perfect. I just have to be careful because physical therapy nurse already caught me once and told me I'm not supposed to be putting any weight on that foot. But then she said you can just limp and take the weight off when you see me. She didn't care what I did when she wasn't looking. So here we are. Have a good day, everybody. Look who's walking without a walker. No limp. So So excited, my nipples are hard. You didn't hear that, did you? I'll get stitches out today. That's progress. I am busting out of here. Let the physical comeback begin on the Peloton. First physical exercise besides walking in over a month. Here we go, baby.
But a good evening.